We got Jesus already getting blasted out by the Hunter. I missed a little bit of the opener, but he went with a scatter shot, dropped down the new Cosmic Grenade next to Jesus. I think it's a freezing trap after, just to keep CC. Gonna be Jesus trying to see if he gets some big damage back to Hunter. He's gonna be full defensive, get himself a aspect of, or rather, survival of the fittest, 20% damage reduction with the turtle shell right after. As you see in the death like popping off every single cooldown. Looks like the Hunter looking for a reset. Maybe can get himself a free camo with a feigned death, as long as Jesus doesn't go for like the proper, I was gonna say maybe he's gonna go for that proper pet control, just to make sure he always keeps a target of Hunter, even as he goes for feigned death. Maybe make a macro to the target Hunter pet attack, because if he can get the pet to attack him before Hunter dives into camo, he won't be able to camo. Stun around the corner. Jesus looking for that grip, trying to get some damage in. Is he gonna go for the army? Looks like he doesn't have army just yet. There's gonna be a trinket out of the freezing trap, and looks like scatter shot to follow. It's going to be a bit yard. Hunter, does he have the big volley? Is going to have himself double tap rapid fire. Is that going to be enough? Damn, though. Jesus is going to be kind of low on health. Needs to get a melee of Hunter in order to get a couple of death strikes. Big damage out of the Hunter, though. Jesus is having to pop every defensive AMS, IBF, and death pack. Everything getting used all at once, but the Hunter is under quite a bit of pressure. Freezing trap onto the Death Knight. And Hunter is under a ton of stress, ton of pressure. Unless he goes feigned death camo. He does get the feigned death and camo. I think he might have some dots on him. No, he does not. Dodging the death and decay. The death that is able to get himself a fleshcraft. And I think the Hunter should be able to get a fleshcraft rolling as well. It's going to be a scatter shot with a massive rapid fire. Huge damage. Looks like Jesus somehow was able to disrupt the rapid fire, maybe with the pet stun. I think I might have a pet gnaw. Freezing trap onto the Death Knight as Hunter trying to see if I can walk over from him. I think the grippy hand is going to yoink him back in. I think it's going to end up taking him out. He had such a good go that whole time, but just couldn't keep it rolling. Such a good attempt at the game. Such a good attempt at the duel. It is a very tough competitor to fight against. And it's just a tough matchup all around. Speedful is going to be up next as Kyrian, Subtlety Rogue, trying to see if he might be able to take down Jesus, as he got himself Lichborn rolling just to get himself whatever health recovery he can. And looks like the other eyes are out. Speedful could be hanging around by over there, but looks like he's kind of leaving Jesus an opportunity to get himself a reset. I'm not really sure why he's dropping down Antimatic Zone. Technically, he could use it against the Rogue with Shadow Blades. Technically, or maybe no. Talk about the Cosmic Trinket, actually. The Cosmic Trinket would have been a pretty good trinket to use that zone for. It reduces the magic damage, and that Cosmic Trinket is like Arcane Shadow and Holy, I think that's what cosmic damage is. Gonna be Jesus taking a load of damage from the Rogue. Quick disarm as he goes for a death back just to give himself a little bit of survivability. The Rogue sprinting to break himself out of those chains just so he can stay on top of the Death Knight. The DK is under a ton of pressure, still trying to stay aggressive, getting the Army of the Dead rolling in as he got himself maybe more death strikes. He needs a couple more death strikes. The evasion is down for the Rogue. This is where the Death Knight needs 80 ruined power. Looks like the Rogue goes in for a mark for death eviscerate before the Death Knight catches any healing, any recovery. The Rogue takes him out. G-Funk wasn't able to really land a Hunter's mark onto Speedful just yet. But should be able to find him, hopefully, with some traps maybe scattered all over the place. Looks like, yeah, doesn't have any traps yet. Now he's going to be scattered in traps in random locations. Rogue could be anywhere. If the Rogue is carefully paying attention where the traps are, he knows where to avoid. Random flare almost catches. Actually, I think he does catch the Rogue. Sending the pet in. Speedful backing away from the pillar. Man, I'm actually surprised that flare did get him. It looked like the flare is like inside of the pillar. Has a little bit of longer range on the outside of it, on the outset. Going to be a Kyrian opener by Speedful, doing a bit of a slower opener versus G-Funk. Quick freeze is going to stop the Rogue for a second. As I look, he was trying to see if he can maybe sprint out of it, try to turn around and run. Manic Bandage for G-Funk. And Speedful is going to go for the disarm, try to deny some of the damage for G-Funk. Massive grenades, huge explosions. Speedful might be in trouble. Blind on a G-Funk. Does he trinket? The pet is on him. Might need to go for a shiv on the pet to slow it down. Does go for the pet shiv. If G-Funk is fast enough, he might be able to deny the Rogue a reset. Flare around the corner. The pet catches up as the shiv wears off. And I think the Rogue has nothing left. Quick flank strike onto the Rogue. Again, no health whatsoever. Does get a big explosion trinket onto G-Funk with that Cosmic Trinket. One kill shot away and it's over. Evasion is up for the Rogue. At least the pet is keeping him in combat. Maybe he was going to walk into Steel Trap. Looks like he is not just yet. Shadow set by the Rogue. Cheap shot on G-Funk. And that's going to be the rogue attempt, trying to make some bursts happen. Freeze trap stops him. Going to be trinket. Manic Bandage doesn't trap the Manic Bandage. The rogue's looking for the reset. Death Chakram is going to be on him. Going to be a big explosion. Lots of damage. Chakram is just completely just nuking him right through. Kill shot around the corner. The pet is likely to kill him unless this rogue has summoned for this. I think it's over. Stun him to the pet. Kevin Slime is going to be keeping the pressure on him. Cloak of Shadows up for the rogue. Does get a vanish shot. Wait a second. No way. G-Funk. And I think G-Funk is just kind of waiting for the rogue. Looks like the rogue does get himself a quick escape. No way, dude. Kidney shot of G-Funk as the Death Chakram connects. And this is the rogue's opportunity to maybe get some damage. G-Funk is getting extremely low. It's going to be a quick feint death as he gets him with a disarm. Rogue gets caught in a steel trap. Looks like Rogue's going to be able to vanish out of the steel trap just to keep the pressure rolling onto the Hunter. The Hunter throwing in grenades in his face. The Rogue does not have evasion for a while. G-Funk again, yet another grenade. I don't know if he's running the tier set, but if he is, he can get a lot of damage out of those nades. Feint death by G-Funk. And has steel trap or maybe freezing trap waiting for Speedful. Speedful is going to be there with a pet. Let's see if a Cloak of Shadows is going to shadow step past any grenades. Going to be damage on G-Funk does it. I'm taking him out. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. Speaking about holy moly, he is here over on the Frost Mage as a Night Fae. No, not Night Fae. Nightborn. That's what it is. Drop it down Frozen Orb as well. Blizzard's going to be a Nova into Speedful. Speedful trying to get himself a sippy cup. As Holy Moly just ended up taking him out with a couple frostbolts. He's playing that Necrolord. Kidney shot into Holy Moly. Chicken side of it just to end the rogue. Flurry with a couple of life slants. He just needs a couple more lances. Flurry. He's just wanting to go in and take out the rogue. Chicago's going to be up next. That's going to be a hard counter for a mage. Like a real hard counter right now. Holy Moly can maybe go for like a Necrolord, Deathborn. Maybe go for a couple of frostbolts on these pets. Looks like he's actually going to get himself random Necrolord bursts out of nowhere. He might be able to make Summon work versus Chicago's Leg. Definitely gonna have to go for a Polymorph with a full Necrolord burst. It's gonna be that Cosmic Trinket with Death, but Chicago Trinket's out with a wall. It's gonna take a bit of damage. Could interrupt. Holy with that massive frosty damage. Oh my goodness. Chicago is just trying to line aside as best as they can. Flurries are gonna slow him a little bit, but not by much. Frozen Orb on one side, maybe Blizzard on the other. Is going to put Blizzard kind of on that side of the pillar. Chicago just moving over to the other side altogether. Holy moly, maybe can get another Blizzard where Chicago is at right now. And that's where Holy, honestly, Frostbolt in the pet, the Earth Elemental, not a bad idea. Nova into Chicago, keeping him out in the open. More Frostbolts you can get, the more damage you're going to do with it. Hey, perfect. He now no longer has to worry about grounding totem. Maybe now Holy Moly could get some big damage out. Chicago is using the Trinket, the new one for PvP for Shadowlands patch 9.2, where it has an absorb for only magic damage. Chicago, though, is at advantage here because they have grounding on short CD. They have a very short CD interrupt. So Holy Moly, I mean, they got to take moments of damage whenever they can. Holy Moly is kind of lagging. So you're just going to follow Chicago for a bit. Into another interrupt into Holy. Unable to really get the damage or the CC onto Chicago. I think you just got to get the polys. Get interrupted. There goes a Flesh Craft as he gets a kick out of Chicago, but that Flesh Craft is not going to be the biggest Flesh Craft ever. Does get himself an Ice Block, so he gets at least another heal. This is where you just got to get an Ice Block grounding out of Chicago. You got to bait a kick out of Chicago, and then going for the most amount of damage possible. Deathburn getting used, and Chicago's just going to go behind the pillar. I think this is where you got to either charge out of Chicago or something. Chicago is mounting up. I don't think he's going to go fighting you. I think you got to get him out from behind the pillar. Bait the kicks, land a poly, go for a full Deathborn, and then just blast him out to smithereens. Because I feel like if you just play your cards way too early with the Deathborn, you're not really going to be able to do much. Sending out a Frozen Orb with Blizzard around the corner, but Chicago, again, just line aside all of that. There is a Kevin Slime for Chicago, at least to build up some Maelstrom off of. But for Holy Moly, I think Patience as a Frost Mage is better. Maybe in arenas, like, people are just going to run you down when they got a healer. But in a duel, he just sees you popping up big cooldowns. He's not going to go over there. He's a scary big old mage. He was a big spooky skeleton. A big Halloween man. Ain't gonna walk over there. Chicago getting an interrupt on the Frost versus Holy Moly. Deathborn is gonna be going down. Sunder into Holy Moly, maybe with a stun. It's gonna be Nova, and Chicago is going for the full purges on all of those casts. It's gonna be that grounding totem. That's where Holy Moly just needs to ice lance it and go for another poly. He actually has Chicago in such a good spot, but instead he decides to bail out on Forge. Shaman is definitely a little bit of a hard counter for mages, not gonna lie. I think you just gotta find a way to juke the kick, get the grounding, kill the grounding, then go for CC. You just have to go through that like gameplay every single time. That is rough for certain. Definitely rough for sure. Definitely a hard counter, but Arhe's gonna try to see if he can bust out some damage with Chicago. Got all the pets rolling. Chicago trying to let us out all his pets. Gonna get his own Earth Elemental rolling. To tilt it. That's so good. Holy moly. Don't worry about it, my guy. Better luck next time. You know what I mean? It's a real hard counter. I'm not gonna lie. For mages versus a shaman, especially enhancement, they have a lot of healing. They can just take all your buffs away. It's tough. It really is. With interrupts as often as they do and grounding totems, it is rough. Arhe trying to see if he can fight through Chicago. Chicago is just keeping his health low, letting the man recoup a little bit. Gonna be dispersed out of Arhe as he's got himself full pets rolling with Chicago. Actually looks like all the pets does disappear, and now Chicago's the one with all the pets. Interrupted Arhe on a shadow, could be in a bad spot. Trying to get a siphon, maybe with a slow flush cap. No interrupt for Chicago. Does have a grounding totem. Gonna be a quick fear. No pre-tremor. Arhe's gonna be allowed to at least catch up with a bit of healing. We are hitting that 15-minute duel. 63% dampener. The Mages of the Dead joins in. Chicago gets in with the silence. Under a lot of pressure. Do they deal with Arhe around the corner, or do you deal with the pet? Looks like that pet actually turns around and starts attacking the Earth Elemental. Arhe's caster pet just started attacking the Earth Ellie instead. It looks like now we'll finally turn the attention onto Chicago. Yo, Chicago's just like, yo, this pet does way too much to sustain. I'm gonna back up. Gonna be greater fade. Chicago getting hit with a stun. Trinkets out of it. Quick interrupt into a chain harvest. Harvesting. Yeah, boy. Arhe Shadow Priest for all he's worth. Marzipan is gonna be last one over in team 2 as a Nightmare Retribution Paladin. 17 minutes into this duel, 73% dampening. And Chicago looking for that full reset behind the pillar. Marzi blasting him out with a stun, full burst, wings. There's nothing he can do. Wait, Chicago does get a heal for the last second. I think also use the Warlock Hellstone, but it's 64% dampening. You ain't recovering. Unless you got like an immunity, you're not recovering. Seavark trying, I think, to build up a little bit of that missile procs. He's going for Arcane Explosion, I think, trying to build up for missiles. Maybe get some big blasted damage to Marzi. Gonna be a quick and miss. Seavark is trying to set up some poly. Gonna be able to avoid the consecration, but he also misses the burst, the poly just by a hair with line of sight. Trying to land a poly onto Marzi. This is gonna be a soul shape. Trying to stay away from Marzi as best they can. It's gonna get a slightly faster cast poly with that Night Fae legendary. Ultra time for Seavark, trying to make sure he doesn't die, trying to keep air of his health. Gonna be a bubble out of Marzi as he was popping a defensive trinket. Gonna be invis for Seavark as he's trying to get out of there. Marzi trying to drop down consecration. Looks like gonna be able to find Seavark, but there's a full invis out of Seavark, so there's a full big defense out of it. Marzi without a bubble anymore is actually out in the open. Seavark could end it right here. It's gonna be a hodge onto Seavark. Does he die right here? He has ice block. Worst to worst, Marzi trying to see if he can maybe end the mage right here, but he got no bubble, no nothing. Seavark actually might just be able to end him right here. Just kind of try to arcane blast him down. Is that what's gonna happen? Yep. Actually does end up taking him out. Damn, that Night Fae with that mobility, building up crit and haste, that's pretty good. Speedful with them 2 kills. Chicago landing some kills there back to back. Very well done, boys. Very well done. That wolf form is a beauty. It is, Chris, dude. That is something I didn't mention that duel. Every time I love the form.